Welcome to Sage Storytime, a channel dedicated to exploring the serene and profound teachings of Buddhism. Today we delve into the art of silence, a crucial aspect of mindfulness and self-awareness. Silence is more than just the absence of speech. It's a deep, reflective practice that intertwines with the core principles of Buddhism. In this journey, we'll explore how silence can transform our interactions, our thoughts, and our overall well-being. As we navigate through life's complexities, we often find ourselves surrounded by noise, both literal and metaphorical. This constant bombardment of sounds and words can cloud our judgment and disturb our inner peace. Buddhism teaches us the value of stepping back and embracing silence in specific situations. By doing so, we open the doors to deeper understanding, compassion, and self-realization. Each chapter in this episode is dedicated to a specific scenario where silence can be profoundly impactful. We'll discuss how staying silent in the face of anger, ignorance, shallow talk, suffering, and while experiencing beauty can be transformative. Through anecdotes, teachings, and reflective exercises, we aim to illustrate the power of silence in these situations. Join us as we embark on this journey of discovery and introspection, and learn how to harness the power of silence in your daily life. Anger is a natural human emotion, often triggered by experiences of frustration, hurt, or perceived injustice. In the teachings of Buddhism, anger is likened to a fire that can consume our inner peace and wisdom. When speaking or acting in anger, the risk of causing harm to both ourselves and those around us escalates significantly. The practice of silence when confronted with anger is not about suppressing this powerful emotion, but rather about understanding and managing it in a constructive manner. In Buddhist philosophy, the key to dealing with anger is mindfulness and self-awareness. Recognizing the early signs of anger is crucial. This awareness can be cultivated through practices such as mindful breathing. This technique involves taking deep, conscious breaths to calm the mind and body, creating a much-needed space for reflection rather than reactionary responses. Understanding the underlying causes of anger is also essential. Often, anger is just the tip of the iceberg, masking deeper emotions such as fear, insecurity, or pain. By practicing silence, there's an opportunity to uncover and address these deeper emotions with clarity and compassion. Another significant aspect of managing anger is developing empathy. Understanding the perspectives, feelings, and motivations of others can often diffuse feelings of anger. Silence facilitates this by enabling active and deep listening, fostering a sense of understanding and connection that goes beyond the immediate emotional response of anger. There are some practical tips and exercises to incorporate the practice of silence into daily life, especially in moments of anger. This includes strategies like stepping away from the situation momentarily, engaging in silent reflection, or even channeling the energy of anger into more productive activity. These practices not only help in managing anger in the moment, but also contribute to cultivating a habit of responding with wisdom and compassion in the long term. Incorporating these practices into daily life can profoundly impact how anger is experienced and expressed. Over time, these techniques can lead to enhanced relationships, a greater sense of inner peace, and a deeper understanding of oneself and others. The practice of silence in the face of anger is not just about avoiding conflict. It's about fostering a deeper sense of mindfulness and emotional intelligence. Ignorance, characterized by a lack of knowledge or awareness, is a common challenge in human interactions. It can present itself in various forms, including misunderstandings, prejudiced views, or simply an absence of essential information. In the face of ignorance, whether in oneself or others, practicing silence can be a powerful and effective response. This approach is not about passivity or accepting misinformation. Instead, it creates an environment where true understanding and learning can flourish. In situations of ignorance, immediate reactions often stem from a place of frustration or judgment. Practicing silence provides a moment to step back, observe one's own reactions, and approach the situation with a clearer, more composed mindset. It allows for active listening, a critical component in understanding the root causes of ignorance and addressing them constructively. Developing empathy is also crucial when dealing with ignorance. Empathy involves putting oneself in another's shoes, trying to understand their perspective and experiences. In a state of silence, there is more room for this kind of empathetic engagement. It facilitates a deeper connection with others, helping to break down barriers of misunderstanding and prejudice. Practical aspects of practicing silence in the face of ignorance are also addressed. This includes techniques such as pausing before responding, reflecting on the source and impact of one's own beliefs and opinions, and choosing to engage in conversations that are likely to be productive and enlightening rather than confrontational. This emphasizes the importance of education and self-improvement in combating ignorance. Silence can be an opportunity to educate oneself, to seek out reliable information and perspectives different from one's own. It's about building a foundation of knowledge and understanding that can effectively counter ignorance and misinformation. Practicing silence when confronted with ignorance is not only about improving communication and relationships with others, it also plays a vital role in personal growth. It encourages a habit of thoughtful reflection, promotes a more open and accepting mindset, and fosters a culture of continuous learning and understanding. This approach can significantly enhance personal interactions and contribute to a more informed, empathetic, and compassionate society. Everyday conversations often revolve around trivial matters, casual banter about the weather, the latest news, or routine pleasantries. While these interactions form a normal part of social life, there are moments when engaging in such shallow talk feels unfulfilling or even draining. Buddhism teaches that in these instances, embracing silence can be a wise choice. Opting for silence amidst shallow talk is not about being antisocial or dismissive. It's about consciously choosing to engage in more meaningful and fulfilling interactions. Practicing silence in these situations allows for a shift in focus. Instead of getting caught up in conversations that lack depth, silence offers an opportunity to turn inward, to connect with one's thoughts and feelings more deeply. It's a chance to reflect on what truly matters, fostering a sense of inner peace and presence. Moreover, choosing silence over shallow talk can lead to an appreciation of quality over quantity in social interactions. It encourages forming connections that are based on genuine interest, empathy, and meaningful exchange. This can lead to more rewarding and enriching conversations that contribute positively to personal growth and understanding. Silence can also be a tool for conserving mental energy. Engaging in endless small talk can be mentally exhausting, leaving little room for more thoughtful or creative thinking. By choosing silence, one can conserve this energy for more productive and satisfying pursuits. The practice of silence in the face of shallow talk can enhance one's ability to listen. In silence, one becomes a more attentive listener, fully present and engaged with others when they do choose to speak. This attentive listening can deepen relationships and lead to a more profound understanding of others. There are some practical tips on how to gracefully maintain silence in social situations. This includes strategies like politely excusing oneself from unfulfilling conversations, redirecting discussions to more meaningful topics, or simply offering a thoughtful, listening presence without the need for constant verbal exchange. Practicing silence amidst shallow talk is not about disengaging from social life. It's about engaging in a more mindful, deliberate, and fulfilling way. It's about choosing conversations that enrich and enliven, rather than those that simply fill the silence. This approach not only enhances personal well-being, but also contributes to creating a more thoughtful and meaningful social environment. Suffering is an inherent part of the human condition, manifesting in various forms such as loss, disappointment, or the pain of witnessing others in distress. In these moments, words often feel inadequate or even superfluous. Buddhism teaches that practicing silence can be a profound way to respond to suffering. This approach is not about inaction or indifference. Rather, it's about offering a presence that can be more comforting and supportive than any words. Silence in the context of suffering allows for the expression of empathy and solidarity in a deeply meaningful way. When words are unable to capture the depth of what one feels or observes, silence can be a powerful medium of communication. It provides a space for the sufferer to be heard and understood, without the pressure of needing to respond or engage in conversation. The concept of compassionate silence, which involves using presence as a form of support, being with someone in their suffering, offering silent empathy, allows them to process their emotions in their own time and way. It creates a safe space where emotions can be expressed freely, without fear of judgment or the need for immediate consolation. Practicing silence in the face of suffering also involves being fully present with one's own emotions. It's an opportunity to confront and understand one's feelings about the suffering being witnessed. This introspection can lead to a deeper connection with oneself, fostering emotional resilience and a greater capacity for empathy. Practical tips on how to practice silence in the face of suffering include strategies such as being physically present without the need for conversation, offering nonverbal gestures of support, and being attentive to the needs of the one who is suffering. These actions can be a source of great comfort and support. Moreover, this chapter touches on the importance of self-care while practicing silence in the presence of suffering. It emphasizes that being present for others does not mean neglecting one's own emotional well-being. Recognizing and respecting one's boundaries is crucial in offering genuine, compassionate support. Practicing silence when facing suffering is a powerful act of empathy and compassion. It acknowledges the complexity of human emotions and respects the individual process of coping with pain. This practice can deepen personal relationships, enhance emotional intelligence, and foster a greater sense of connection and humanity. It is a reminder that sometimes the most profound support we can offer is our presence and our ability to listen and be with someone in their moment of need. In our fast-paced, often hectic world, moments of true beauty can easily be overlooked or underappreciated. Beauty surrounds us in various forms: a breathtaking sunset, a masterpiece of art, a serene landscape, or a simple, quiet moment that touches the soul. Buddhism teaches that in these moments, practicing silence can immensely enhance our appreciation and experience of beauty. This practice is not about mere quietness. It's an active engagement with the present moment, fully absorbing the beauty that life presents. Silence while experiencing beauty allows for a deeper sensory engagement. Freed from the distractions of conversation or internal dialogue, one can fully immerse in the visual, auditory, and emotional aspects of the beautiful experience. This heightened awareness can lead to a more profound appreciation as each detail becomes more vivid and impactful. Furthermore, practicing silence in the presence of beauty fosters a connection with the deeper aspects of oneself. It opens a space for reflection, contemplation, and inner peace. In these silent moments, one can connect with feelings of awe, gratitude, and inspiration, which might otherwise be lost in the noise of everyday life. This highlights the transformative power of these moments of beauty and silence. They offer a respite from the daily grind, a chance to recharge and find balance. The practice of embracing silence while experiencing beauty can shift one's perspective, highlighting the richness and wonder of the world. Practical advice on how to cultivate and practice silence in the presence of beauty includes strategies like consciously pausing to observe and absorb one's surroundings, mindfully disconnecting from digital distractions to engage more fully with the environment, and allowing oneself to be fully present in the experience without the urge to immediately share or document. Practicing silence while experiencing beauty is not only about enhancing personal enjoyment and appreciation, it has a broader impact on one's approach to life. It encourages a habit of mindfulness, a deeper connection with the world, and a greater appreciation for the simple yet profound moments of beauty that life offers. This approach leads to a richer, more fulfilling experience of the world, nurturing a sense of wonder and gratitude for the beauty that exists around us. As we conclude our journey, we reflect on the profound impact silence can have in various aspects of our lives. We've explored how silence can be a sanctuary in anger, a tool for understanding in ignorance, a path to depth in shallow talk, a comfort in suffering, and a way to deepen appreciation in moments of beauty. Silence, as we've seen, is much more than just not speaking. It's an active practice of mindfulness, a way of being present in the moment, and a method of connecting deeply with ourselves and others. Buddhism teaches us that silence is a form of wisdom, a way to cultivate inner peace and compassion. We hope this episode has inspired you to embrace silence in your daily life. May these teachings guide you to find moments of peace, understanding, and deep connection in your journey. Remember, in the practice of silence, we discover the music of our soul, the harmony of our spirit, and the rhythm of a life well lived. Thank you for joining us on Sage Storytime. May your path be filled with peace, wisdom, and mindful moments of silence.